Hello, my curious little dreamers. Welcome back to the Young Readers, where stories bloom just like trees. Today's story is all about patience, hope, and the beauty of nature. It all begins with a tiny seed, a seed full of dreams. But can something so small really grow into something magnificent? Let's find out together in this touching story, The Tree. On Anita's first day at her new school, she didn't know any of other children. She had been to lots of schools because of her family moved around a lot. Anita stood under a tree in the playground and waited for the bell. She looked up at the tree. It looked tall and strong. It was the tallest tree at the school. Anita liked the tree. Anita missed her old school and she missed her friends. The children at Anita's new school were kind. Still, Anita found it hard to make new friends. At lunch times, the children played outside. Anita sat under the tall tree and watched the other children play. Sometimes they ran around on the grass underneath the tree. Sometimes they would ask Anita to join in. One day, while the children were at school, there was a big storm. The wind blew and it started to rain. Anita looked out at the tall tree. Bending in the wind was trying to blow the tree down. "You all will be all right. I know you will," Anita told the tree. "You're strong." That night the wind blew even stronger and the rain poured down. The next morning the wind had stopped, but it was still raining. Anita looked outside. Some trees had blown down and there was water laying in the yard. What a mess! Anita was sure that the tall tree at school was strong. She was sure it would not have blown down. But she was still worried, so she hurried to school to check. Sure enough, the tree was still standing in the playground, tall and strong. During news time at school that morning, the children spoke about the storm. Josh said the roof of his aunt's house had blown off. Sophie said her cat had run away. Paulo said a tree had fallen on his house. When it was Anita's turn to tell her news, she talked about the tall tree. "I knew the tall tree wouldn't blow down," she said. "It is strong." "I knew it wouldn't blow down too," said Anita's teacher. "Let me tell you the story of the tree." Long ago, a gardener worked at this school. He was very tall and very strong, and he worked hard in the garden all day long. But he always had time to talk to the children because he was very kind. He was friends with everyone. At lunch times, he taught the children how to play games. They played marbles and hopscotch and ball games. The tall gardener got very sick. He still worked hard in the garden all day long, but he was too sick to play games with the children at lunch times. So he told the children stories instead. The children loved the gardener's stories. The gardener got sicker and sicker, and when he died, everyone was very sad. The children decided to plant a tree to remind them of their friend, the gardener. They chose a tree that would grow tall just like their friend. They chose a tree that would be strong just like their friend. The children planted a little tree in the playground. It grew and grew. The little tree grew into the tall tree that is in our playground. Anita's teacher smiled. That's how I knew the tree would not blown down, she said. The children wanted it to grow up tall and strong, and it did. Anita and the other children in the class loved the story of the tree. Anita was glad the children had planted the tree for their friend, the gardener. She was glad the tree had grown so tall and strong. By playtime, the rain had stopped and the sun was shining. Anita sat down under the tall tree. Sophie and Paolo came and sat down with her, and they talked about the story of the tree. I like this tree, said Sophie. So do I, said Anita to her new friends, and I think I'm going to like my new school too. And that's how a tiny seed grew into a mighty tree, strong, patient, and full of life. Remember, my little dreamers, just like the tree, you are growing too. Every small effort, every kind act helps you become stronger each day. So if you love the tree, tap that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the Young Readers for more beautiful stories that help your heart grow. Until next time, stay patient, stay kind, and keep growing. Have a good one. Bye.